Hello everyone, back to today's first video, doing JMA Friday for today's first video. As always on a Friday, we're going to have a detailed look at whether we're ahead with Japanese and CFS V2 models, which takes us just into the start of April, can you believe. Later on today, we'll have a look at where next week's 10 days in detail, and then tonight we'll have our second update for the Cheltenham Festival, which is coming up next week, of course. But kicking us all off, it's JMA Friday, so let's see what the Japanese and CFS V2 models are showing for the next month. We're going to begin with the 500 millibar height anomaly flowcharts from the North Pole view down from the JMA model, so that's the North Pole of Northern Hemisphere up there, mid latitudes of the Northern Hemisphere around there. Blue extrapolates to low pressure, and yellow, orange and red extrapolates to high pressure. These break down into week periods. The first week period takes us from today, the 9th through to the 16th of March. So if I've got an area of below average heights around to the west of the UK, above average heights to the northwest of us, out in the Atlantic, quite a long way away from us. Essentially, it's just a very unsettled pattern. Low pressure is dominated. We're slightly on the cold side of the jet stream as well there. So rather cool and very unsettled for the week ahead. We go through to week 2. This takes us from the 16th through to the 23rd of March. And again, it looks very unsettled with below average heights over to the west of the country, above average heights are trying to build down to the south, but it's lifting the jet stream back northwards just a little bit, but it still looks pretty unsettled really, that as we go through into week 2, 16th through 23rd. So unsettled, probably a bit milder for that week. And then we go through to weeks 3 and 4, takes us from the 23rd of March through to the 6th of April. And this one looks rather different, actually. We get an area of above average heights starting to build to our north, with below average heights to our south. The jet stream will be going south here as well. This area of above average heights could be starting to push colder air our way there as we go through to the latter stages of March and into the early part of April. So it is possible that as we get through towards the end of the month, we might start to see the cold weather beginning to come back if the JMA is right with that. And bear in mind, it is a 2-week anomaly, so it could be a little bit transitional, but certainly the implications are there, but we might get a bit colder as we go through into the final stage of March and early April. This is mid-latitude tropical view in terms of the temperature and precipitation anomalies from the JMA. We've got British Isles up here in the top right-hand corner of the chart as you're looking at it. A reminder of the week 1 500 millibar height anomaly. It was very unsettled with below average heights over to the west of the UK and slightly on the cold side of the jet stream as well. Temperature anomalies, therefore, are coming out a bit colder than average for northern parts of the country, nearer normal down in the south, but overall it does look quite cool there for the UK in the week ahead. Much of Europe, though, is coming out quite significantly warmer than average. Precipitation anomalies look like that, and we're coming out wetter than average in the week ahead and across many parts of Europe as well. Going to be quite a wet week coming up from the 9th through to the 16th of April. Week 2, 500 millibar height anomaly looks like this. Above average heights moving to the south, with below average heights out to the northwest. And the jet stream's beginning to rise northwards a little bit as well. Temperature anomalies are coming out milder than average for all parts of the country. Only slightly milder than average, but they are above average there from the 16th to the 23rd of March. So going a bit above average with the temperatures of the jet stream begins to lift northwards, and still looking rather unsettled with precipitation anomalies coming out rather above average. And then we go through to weeks 3 and 4, which is the 23rd of March through to 6th of April. And we know in this 2-week period, we're starting to get above average heights beginning to return to our north. We can't actually see the pole view on this particular tropical and mid-latitude view, but we've already looked at the pole view down. We know the above average heights are starting to come back to our north. Now you expect this to begin to turn colder, and that's what the temperature anomaly is showing. Beginning to go back below average again as we go through to the end of March and into the start of April, so temperatures are lowering. Bear in mind, these are anomalies to average, so it is a warming time of year, but nevertheless, it could still be pretty chilly, even at the end of March into the start of April. Precipitation anomalies are coming out above average in the south, nearer normal further north. So that's how the JMA is looking. What about CFS V2? These again, 500 millibar heights broken down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 9th through to the 15th of March with below average heights over and to the west of the UK. Jetstream doing something like that. So it's a perfect representation, really, what the JMA is showing for the week ahead. Very unsettled and slightly on the cool side of the Jetstream as well. We remain very unsettled through to week 2. This is the 16th to the 22nd of March with below average heights centred right over the top of the country. And again, we're doing something like that with the Jetstream. So there's a bit of a trough within the 500 millibar flow. Week 3 also looks very unsettled with CFS V2, 23rd, 29th of March with below average heights over the UK to our west and to our east. We have got an area of above average height, so starting to build close to Greenland and Iceland, you'll notice. Very similar to what the JMA is showing. That's another very unsettled week, though. Not especially cold as we're ending March. And then we go through to week 4, and this is quite a big change. It's the 30th of March to the 5th of April, with below average heights centering themselves over Central Europe. And a blocking feature is setting up between Greenland and Scandinavia. So this will place us on the cold side of the jet stream, and we will start to entrench cold air down from the north and the northeast. So again, both of these models are picking up on something here for the end of March and the start of April, with a chance of a shift to a much colder and more block type pattern. This is how the temperature anomalies are looking for the week ahead. Again, this is from 9th to the 15th of March. A little bit above average for England and Wales. Scotland and Northern Ireland, a little bit colder than average. Then we go colder than average across the whole country for week 2. This is the 16th, 22nd of March. Probably wind shear potential here because there's a trough centred right over the top of the country. So colder than average week there, after a warmer or a milder start. Week 3 is also coming out colder than average from the 23rd to the 29th of March. And then week 4 rounds it all off. And this one also is coming out cold now. So despite the fact a little bit milder just to begin with, the CFS is still depicting really quite a cold month ahead, actually. And then the precipitation anomalies of CFS V2 finally. So the coming week, the 9th to 15th of March, is wetter than average, especially focused on England and Wales. Week 2 precipitation anomalies, not as wet, but still a little bit on the unsettled side, I think, especially so for the south. Week 3, we're beginning to lose the signal now. The signal is weakening, so it's going closer to average. I expect that will still be a little bit unsettled. And then week 4, we've lost the signal, really. We're seeing average precipitation. But I suspect with that blocking feature setting up to our north, it will probably be turning quite significantly drier than average. So it's a mixed bag. We're starting off a little bit milder, but I think the overall signals with these models are to make things quite cold over next month. And particularly so as we get towards the end of March into the start of April, they are both picking up a signal for some sort of blocking feature to be setting up to our north. Return of northern blocking, if you like, which could start to pull in some Arctic winds again. And even at the end of March and the start of April, it's not too late to get quite significant night frost and snow. And of course, this is impactful for growers, farmers, gardeners alike. So it will be a case of watching this closely, I think, to see whether these models have got the right idea with this chance of northern blocking re-emerging late in the month and into the start of April. But not tremendously good news, really, for anybody that wants to get on with spring. Right, that's JMA Friday this week. So we'll do it all again next week. Could look very different. These long-range ones are prone to chopping and changing. So that's JMA Friday done. Come back later on. We'll have a detailed look at the weather for next week, 10 days. That's all for now. And thanks for watching.